What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And this one, I want to break down what's going on with the overall market and talk about something very important when it comes to trading psychology. I'm also going to talk about something else that's important when it comes to your daily trades. That's very important when it comes to kind of like refreshing and understanding your own self. But before I break anything down all this information, before I talk about something very important for traders out there, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500 into the account, you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 free stocks. This offer ends in just a couple of days. Anyways, now let's talk about what's happening with the market. So, as you can see, SPY is on this big uptrend, but the question is, which way is this going to go? And then when determining this, I want you guys to know something that could be very important for your own psychological aspect in trading. So, as someone that's traded for many years, I want to tell you all that I gained a lot of wisdom from my own mistakes, but I also had a lot of mentors along the way from books I read and etc. I also know some very, very, very strong, successful traders that taught me a lot of things. I'm willing to share that. And I learned a lot along the way, and I just want to share something with you. So, the way the market moves sometimes could be very unpredictable, and sometimes it could be absolutely wild. Now, when you trade, sometimes there could be days where you don't make money. There could be other days where you make insane money. But the market is designed so that you basically can make those crazy days, those crazy big wins, but they can also be used against you. And I want to talk about why this is a very important lesson in trading and how you can actually overcome this. So basically, if you look at SPY, there have been instances where this thing came down pretty hard, came back up, came down, and then it made monstrous moves to the upside, running like crazy in such a short period of time, right? So the reason why this is important is because when SPY makes moves like this, the amount of money you make could change. It could vary. Now, if you're a person that's trading, let's just say typically you make around $100 per day, maybe a little bit less depending on the day. Obviously, when you're trading, you're not going to be green every day. You could have some red days, but usually when you win, you have like $100. Hypothetically, right? Let's just say that that's the case and your portfolio is just like a few thousand, who knows? But here's the thing about that. What happens to a person when you typically make only like 100 a day, which is great, that's impressive, it's awesome, but then all of a sudden even though you're trying to scale, there could be a day where you go long on a stock like SPY, you buy short dates to expiration options. So you could get like 3 DTEs or like something like that. Your options are going to expire quickly and you load up on insane amounts of calls from a very, very low level. You find a very good entry point, and then we get a monstrous breakout like this, right? You might end up making $3,000, $4,000 in a single day if you played it right. It is still possible technically. I know everyone wants that. We want to make 10,000 a day, 100,000 a day, right? But remember, the way to play in trading consistently is discipline because you have to understand your own self. If you're usually making $100 a day, then all of a sudden you make 10,000 a day, you're going to have a big change in your psychological effect from that. And what typically happens, it's happened to me many times, it's probably happened to you, when you have that one big win, that can kind of contribute to your losses later on because you start chasing big wins. You start chasing that high, that feeling of euphoria where you got that massive win. But then on days when it's harder to read and when you have to be like more careful with your trades, or other days when there are adjustments, you might start blowing money and you might start risking a lot more and start blowing your entire account ultimately. Okay. And you might think, yeah, I'm not going to do that, but it could happen to you when you least expect it. I want to warn you about that. That's happened to me many times as well in the past, right? Where have had insane, huge days. I've made tens of thousands in a day, and all of a sudden, I just blow everything after like the next few weeks because I would just start risking more, right? This happened to me in the past, but I learned to overcome this. The way you overcome this, it's very simple. You have to understand your own self. You have to understand, how do I feel right now? Am I in a state of euphoria? Am I excited? Am I happy? Am I sad? How do I feel? And once you identify you had a big day, you have to do a thing that I call like a daily refresh. I think that's key in trading. And the way it works is just write down your risk management plans, have a plan, and write down some very important rules when you're trading. Write them down and go over them every morning. Take deep breaths and then manage your risks. Don't become emotional and try to remain calm. Control your emotions. So that way, if you had a one, let's just say you manage risks properly and you still made like 2,000 in a day, you're usually making like $100, so it's a big win. But when the next day comes, you don't start risking half your portfolio on a single trade. You don't start risking, 25% of your portfolio, 75% of your portfolio, because if the loss comes, if you mess up, you end up blowing half your portfolio in a single day. Okay, maybe you were trying to make 10,000 a day again, but it's not going to always work because if it goes against you, you're going to take a bigger loss, right? So the solution is do a daily refresh and understand your own psychological effects. Did you go through a breakup? Did you go through a divorce? Did someone you love pass away? Did something happen that's changing how you think about your trading? That could affect you too. So be prepared to kind of account for those things. Know if you should be stepping away from the charts or not. If you're ready to trade, ask yourself, did I get a big win? Is it going to affect me? If it might affect you, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over my rules. I'm going to remind myself that I'm only going to be risking, let's just say like $200-300 per trade. My portfolio is not the biggest, hypothetically, and I have to be patient. I have to be disciplined, and I have to make sure that the last day does not affect the way I trade today. One thing that's different for me relative to other YouTube channels is I try to treat every day as if it's a new day, as if it's something different. And I know that just because SPY crashed 2 days in a row does not mean the next day it has to crash. It could still reverse, right? Now, there, excuse me, there have been a lot of other people saying and getting more clicks than me saying the market's going to crash, it's going to tank. Who has been more accurate? That's my question to you. Have I been more accurate for the last 2 months, in your opinion? Or has it been those people saying the market will crash every single day? That's up to you to decide. You are free to judge however you want. But I just want to say that what I learned is that one day SPY could be coming down like this 2 days in a row. Next day it could be running like crazy. Then it could come down again. It could be all over the place, which is why you have to treat every day like it's a new day. You might not always get those opportunities to make insane gains every day because sometimes you get these very choppy sideways days where it's really hard. And sometimes you have to be open minded. So, my lesson for you is remain disciplined by going over your rules and manage risks very well no matter what. Always do that. Okay. When you have a big win, do not let it cause you to start risking half your portfolio. You have to discipline yourself away from that kind of behavior. Even if you do win a lot and a lot, you can eventually blow everything quickly. And that's what the stock market is designed to do. Take money away from retail and get it into the pockets of big institutions. Okay? So manage risks and be prepared psychologically for what's about to come. Understand yourself. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, how patient of a person you are. Are you a person that gets agitated easily? You're going to learn all about yourself by trading. And I want to discipline you and let you know that you can do this, but you have to remember these rules because no matter how fun it's going to be to just try to make 10,000 a day, $100,000 a day, it doesn't come easy, and you have to scale really high to get up there. You need to have a big portfolio to get those kinds of numbers. If you're at a tiny portfolio, start small and grow it slowly. If you are patient and you're making consistent money at least the majority of the days, small gains will add up. Remember this quote, small gains add up. If you're patient, you could grow a $1,000 portfolio into, $10,000, and it won't take that long. It could actually happen if you're just slowly, consistently winning every single day in a few months, right? It could still happen. And then you could scale it again and again, and eventually you could make, a lot more money. But you have to be patient. You have to be disciplined. You have to understand your own self. And remember, your wins could work against you. Never, ever forget that. Always remember that. So, that being said, I hope you guys found value in this video. I just want to provide as much useful information as possible. I hope the wisdom I provided today could help you. I gained a lot of wisdom through my own trades, and from other people, from books I've read, and also mentors I've had. So all I can say is I want to share free information with you guys. I just want the best for everyone. Please enjoy your weekend. Do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Remain calm, cool, and collected. And never forget the wisdom that you are gaining. Never forget to manage risks. Never forget to be disciplined in life. Trading is not just about moving money around, it's about an aspect of your life that could really tell you a lot about your own life. Oftentimes, Trading requires discipline, and if you have to be more patient when trading, this could relate to real life situations where you have to be more patient, you have to be more wary of things. So hopefully this was helpful. I will talk more about trading and other things a little bit later, but I just want the best for everyone. So please take care, do what you have to do, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you and peace out.